trendy, casual. Glad you're finally here this morning.
Yeah, this it's a trek up here, guys. But you know what? I enjoy it, so I'm gonna make it. But if I leave 15 minutes later than I'm supposed to, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Yep. Is this a hold-in? Is that why you're late? You're trying to get more money for the.
You're trying to get a little bit of, trying to get a little extra dollar, a little extra sponsorship. Come on in to the Ty Tuesday show, you guys. You know, we need a couple dollars.
I want to talk about the win, obviously, but before that, just on Christian Gonzalez, what is going on there in your mind?
I don't know. If they say it's a hamstring, that's one thing that you really can't argue. As you know, those hamstrings, they will linger on, and it's really hard to play, especially at that position. And again, I was one of those guys that really didn't believe all this hamstring stuff until I got one, you know, and it really does limit you. And if you go out there and re-aggravate it, you're going to be lost for more time. But I think by this hamstring, if that's what you want to call it, I'm going to put up these quotes because I don't know. It's also showing the value of Christian Gonzalez because he's not on the field. You know what I mean? He changes the difference.
But he's contractually obligated.
I know he's contractually obligated, Greg. We know that.
So, but this, I don't think he needs to show his value. We've seen his value.
No, we've seen his value, but it's just showing even more when he's not out there on the field. You know what I mean? Kind of like, you know, hey, I'm hurt, but you can't replace me. You know what I mean? So he's just adding value. And when he comes back and they improve, guess what?
But you think it's
a Brinks truck, it'd be backing up.
You think it's more of a nice coincidence for him that the hamstring injury came and then it's showing his value, or you think that he's using the hamstring injury to prove his value?
I think it's really coincidence because as a young player, you want to be out there on the field. You know what I mean? And he's not been around that long. You know what I mean? So I think it's really an injury, and he doesn't want to hurt himself for the long term either. You know, if he comes out there and re-injure it, because he is going to get the big payday, is looking for the big payday, but I don't think he's trying to hold out right now. I mean, he really wants to play football.
What did you see Sunday that you liked?
I didn't see much. I mean, this is Miami, guys. I mean, let's keep it 100. I mean,
you're one of those people.
Yeah. I mean, it is Miami. It's like, they need to get better on the offensive and defensive lines. Drake Maye, I'm impressed with him because, I mean, he played efficient. He ran. He used his legs when he had to. So I'm encouraged about what I see from Drake Maye, but I still think you need some bigger guys up front on both offensive and defensive lines. And the special teams, you got to kick off. You got one, that back-to-back stuff. Man, I know Dante Scarnecchia turned over in his grade because he used to be those special teams guy too. You know, he's a lineman, but I mean, that's special teams. They not looking good.
Hey, you know what don't look good is your damn pass defense, and part of it is the Christian Gonzalez.
Right.
But I mean, even then, it's 2 weeks in a row, 300-yard passes, and the thing that don't add up is your front seven gets after it. You lead the league in sacks. Your secondary,
but you got to get creative though. You got to blitz. Ain't nobody put four guys up there and they just go get them. They doing all the twisting and all that, you know.
But should it be easier on the back end, though? But should it be easier, like, if you know, like, all right, we can get after the quarterback, but these guys are getting cooked back there? Shouldn't it be like if you're a DB, like, you'd be like, oh, man, I know my front seven can get there.
It should be like that. I mean, that's what you want as a defensive back. But when you know you got to cover longer, you know, it's a different mindset because it's a clock going off in your head when you're back there as 1,001, 1,000, 2,000. It's supposed to come out. That's what you're thinking if you got a good guys up front. And right now, you have to blitz. You have to put in these creative packages to get pressure, and you can't just do it with four guys. But, again, if you got somebody that can cover, like a Christian Gonzalez, he can take somebody out one-on-one, you can double the other guy. You know what I mean?
Early in that game, McDaniel, to say something good about him, was able to befuddle them a little bit with the stunting and the motion stuff that he was doing for a little bit.
Right, for a little bit. But I noticed, and Ty probably can speak to this better than anybody, where they really struggle is when, because we've seen this 2 weeks in a row, is when it's a deep ball up in the air and playing the ball. It's like they get lost and turned around. And, I mean, Tyreek Hill one time caught a pass like it was a punt. Like, how do you – what are they doing wrong that it's leading to that?
I think that they're not taking the time to coach the kids. You know what I mean? Well, coach the young men. They're not kids, but we call it in-phase, out-of-phase drills. Like, where is the coaching? Just like some of the tackling. It's piss-poor tackling back there, too. I mean, I'm like, Do you ever heard of Oklahoma drill? You know what I mean? If you got to bring that back in the NFL, do it, because they're not tackling. They're not playing football from a cornerbacks and the safeties. They're not finding the ball. I have never seen nothing like that in my life. I'm seeing that's fundamental when you're back there. You know, it's like catching the ball as a wide receiver. That's fundamental.
Like Mapu, I get it. He was trying to keep him in bounds, but you got to put your hands on.
It was that, but it was like a couple times it was the safety and it was the corner. It's like they almost look like outfielders that can't find the football, and they're like spinning in circles. And that's why I'm asking. I mean, I don't really play as a receiver. We're always taught go get at the high point, but the DB's got to do a better job of finding.
You know what? That's our job too, to get it at the highest point. So you don't wait for it to come down. You got to go up there and get it. So that, to me, is coaching. You know, who's the damn DB coach? I know Mike Vrabel. He got a lot going on, but you're a defensive guy, so he need to hold his defensive coordinator, his defensive back coach accountable for those guys to go out there and make those plays, those individual plays.
The text line is all over you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're complaining about the O-line, and they had 0 pressures.
He said the special teams.
Well, he started with you started off on the O-line.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it bad. Like, I don't give a damn. Tell him to keep on texting then. Like you don't scare me. Put that screen on. Let me look at his ass.
There is one correction that keeps coming up that we should clarify. Dante Scarnecchia is very much alive.
Yeah, I know. I know that. But we always say turn on his grave. But that he's dead.
As soon as you said it, I gasped. And then
hell no.
God, full jinx scenario.
I love you.
No, we don't mean it like that. We like somebody that's
Dante.
like, I can say, Wiggy, turn over his grave.
Right. Because Dante was a special teams coach.
Exactly.
Is what Ty was
understood
saying.
what he was saying. I just need to clarify. He is very much alive.
No, we know Dante.
Yes.
Sometimes
I'm gonna see him this weekend.
Ty, sometimes you got to speak to them in their language.
Oh yeah. You know what? Yeah.
Slow it down. Articulate.
Damn. Somebody really took it like that?
Oh yeah.
Well, no, I think they were just nervous that he had passed and didn't know about it, and so we're just clarifying.
What the hell kind of listeners we got on Tuesdays around here? Y'all know what I'm coming with.
When you say turning over in his grave,
They're all over you. They're all over you. They want you to apologize to Ramondre Stevenson. I mean,
Ramondre.
Can we call one of these people and have them say this to Ty Law? That would be great radio.
Told you got to speak to them in their language.
Oh yeah. Apologize for Ramondre. See what I said about him?
I don't know what you said.
I don't give a damn. But what I say?
I missed that one.
I didn't think you said his name at all.
I didn't say his name at all.
No.
Should we talk about it?
No.
How many yards he had?
He was good.
Yeah, he was balling. He was good.
I do have a question when it comes to the defense, though, because you keep bringing up the defensive coordinator. When Terrell's out for the week with some health issues, does that affect how the team's going to play on Sunday, or should they just know enough to be able to?
They should know enough. I mean, really, you know, at the end of the day, when you talk about your coordinators, you got to go out there and perform on defense. I think from an offensive coordinator's standpoint, you're getting all creative, like Josh McDaniel, when he gets creative and do certain things. But from a defensive standpoint, yeah, you're going to call the play. It ain't but so many adjustments. You got to adjust off them. You got to win the one-on-one battle. You know, that's what I'm talking about. So not so much the defensive coordinator as I would say the DB coach, who's coaching those guys individually to find the ball, understand where it might be going, stuff like that. So that's an individual thing out there. You got to win a one-on-one battle as a cornerback.
And the DB coach is his kid, Justin Hamilton. I don't know who he is. But I did see, because it's interesting you bring about the technique things, because I saw like somebody put a video up of Bill coaching you guys up on how to be physical with the jam and like jamming guys. And it's just like, I wonder at times, because you do look at the fundamentals, and I know I watched the game, and I don't want to be like, back when I played, but you see some of the fundamentals, and you're like those are basic things like that. You should be able to play. I don't play DB, but I was taught when the receiver starts to go back up like he's catching the ball, that's when the DB.
That's when you turn
and go play. But it's like these
because you have to be looking at the ball.
And you can read the eyes, too. The eyes don't lie. The receiver's eyes, no matter how, it's just the instinct that you're going to have. Your eyes are going to get big. You know what I mean? So you see that, and then that's when you react. But you got to have the body control. You're a professional athlete. What you got here, so obviously you're good. Mm-hmm. Obviously you can do it. But sometimes you got to teach yourself over and over again, and you forget certain things. I don't know, but that is something that should be taught every day in practice, especially if you're having a problem with it. DBs need to stay there with the receivers after practice, like we did, Wiggy.
Yep.
Guess what? I went one-on-one with Wiggy at time, even though I probably wouldn't be covering him in the game, but that's just what we did to get each other better. We stayed after practice for at least 30 minutes, just the receivers, tight ends, and DBs, and we doing one-on-ones.
So when you needed a breather, you covered Wiggy?
Huh? Oh no! If I had to, like, sometimes I had like I would go in on the goal line,
right?
And they would say cover a tight end,
right,
which that wasn't my favorite. Yeah, I got to cover Wiggy, so it's a different challenge. I would be quicker, but he can body me. You know what I mean? And jump higher and things like that. But that would still prepare me for who I was going to play.
But it helped you out because it helped me out because then I wasn't as fast as guys, so I had to use a lot of like head fakes and shoulder movements to create this separation.
Get that body and get lean on guys.
Yeah, we call it a little flipper there, the chicken wing.
Yep.
And so you would work, and
I was able to make guys miss and get open with my wiggle.
And that comes down to when Ty's talking and making a great point is how much of that is being worked on with the coaches afterwards, these little things that they just are overlooking.
Yeah. So there are more than you would imagine who agree with you that don't get too excited about this win because it's the Dolphins. Is this a real test for him on Sunday, Steelers and Aaron Rodgers? A better test for him?
I think it's going to be a better test, yes. But for the performance that the Steelers had this past week, that wasn't a good one.
Yeah.
But you're talking about the DBs. We need Christian Gonzalez because they got a guy over there by the name of DK Metcalf. You see how big and fast and strong that dude is? Man, come on. Christian, we need you to come on back.
Yeah.
But you can't rush it. But I think it's going to be a better test because Aaron Rodgers is not going to have another game, like that. He's going to test you. He's still Aaron Rodgers. He can still throw that ball. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know what I mean? So I think this is a lot better team. It's a lot better organization. They have more history, and it's going to be a tough challenge.
And they ain't imploding like they are in Miami. And I know Aaron Rodgers and that team didn't play as well in week 2, but they played pretty good in week 1.
Calling out his receiver, though, after the game, too.
Against the Jets. But Ty's right. DK Metcalf, he's somebody different.
Man.
And if you were struggling against Geno Smith, you were struggling against Tua Tagovailoa.
That's my point.
And then now you got Aaron Rodgers. Say what you want, he might be older, but he's still a better quarterback, and you let up 300 yards to both of those. That's my only concern with this Patriots football team. Offensively, I was like, all right, I like what they did in week 2. The O-line, I've been fine with them. The front 7, getting after the quarterback, I've been fine with them. The one area where I thought...
The balanced pass run, like you loved it this week.
But the one area where I thought we would really elevate was the secondary. Now Gonzalez is hurt. Davis, you paid him, but he's not getting the job done. And then you got these 2 new safeties because you got rid of Jabril Peppers and Duggar.
But what team is going to look anywhere near as good without the all-pro corner in the game?
That's when somebody else got to step up. Right. And to his credit, when I got hurt, Asante Samuel stepped up. You know what I mean?
And Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Huh? Hey, so that's your opportunity.
Right.
Hey, Drew got hurt. Tom Brady stepped up. So this is an opportunity for somebody else. Now you pay Carlton. It was Carlton Davis.
Yes,
how much you pay him?
$20 million a year, I believe.
Yeah.
What?
$20 million a year.
What? So now again, like that kind of stuff right there. God damn. I'm sorry. I mean, put it in a swear jar. I went, damn, $20 million for him.
You know what? Yeah. You know what you'd be doing right now if you had been able to play with today's salaries? You'd be sitting at home in bed, in Rhode Island.
What?
Not here.
You ready for this year's cash, Ty? For Carlton
you
Davis?
know what? It is. Look, I'm happy for the players. It's unbelievable what they're getting. But it's think about being one of the top guys out there. You know what? I'm Nickelback salary now.
Yeah.
I'm less than that.
Yeah,
That's
he's making
23. Get the
23.
Saudis to pay you.
Right.
Get the Saudis to pay you.
Oh
play
man,
flag with Tom.
Tom ain't called me. I'm
did you
get my back fixed for that.
Did you get invited to flag football in Saudi Arabia?
No, I ain't get invited. I wouldn't do well anyway. I can't run them. It's over. Yeah. It's over. I can go there.
Take that money though.
Oh yeah. Oh, I give her a go. I give her a go.
That money.
But I mean, the secondary is bad when you play. And I hear even Stephon thinking about coming back. Did y'all hear that?
No.
Stephon Gilmore.
No.
Yeah, he was on social media saying I'm a free agent.
Yeah. Huh? No, I mean, I heard little whispers. He talking about. Guess what? Come on back, Steph, because they need your help.
Well, that's your guy.
Huh? Yo, that's my guy.
Yeah.
You know, I might get in on this one. I might have to call Raves or something, man. Bring more. Y'all talk to Rave more than me, but go on, tell him bring Steph on back because they need some damn help.
We'll tell him that on Monday.
3 years.
He ready though. He ready.
What was it? 3 years, $54 million for Davis.
This year, cash $23 million.